I'm going to tell the story how I met my husband because it's a very unusual, lucky story, and luckily it worked out. Okay, I was divorced and it was 1989, and here I am, happily single mother with my 6 kids: Chad, Cameron, Trevor, Tyson, and then Emily and Hillary. Here's their Nintendo on here on the floor. That's proof it was 1989. All right, at that time, there was the electric companies put out this magazine, and it went in the northwest area. So our Coos Curry Ruralite, here is what it looked like, and it would also go to Wyoming, Washington, Nevada, around Idaho. Well, in there they had recipes and the latest news of what the electric company was doing. Not that any of us really cared, but it was an interesting read. And they had personal ads. And that's what people did before the internet, right? That's how you tried to meet people. It was called Rural Mailbox. And I would read them every month because they were fun to read. Like, here's one. I'll read one to you. 39, 6'2", 220 pounds, in Duchesne County, and he's a homeowner. I like country western music, the ocean, outdoors, exercise. Desire tall, slender, sincere lady, 25 to 39. No smoking, drinking, or drugs. But that wasn't for me because he wanted a tall, slender, sincere lady. And I hate country western music. So, I would read through each one and try to, well, here I came across one. It said, Wyoming Rancher, 40s, 185, loving, honest, gentle, romantic, seek attractive, intelligent, affectionate, sensual, LDS female, 25 to 40, I was 40, share nature, life, love, hugs, and kisses. No smoking, drugs, and drinking. And then he put photo, because he wanted the person to send him a photo back, That's important. Okay. So, I decided, I highlighted it here. I kept it. I decided to write. And here's what he looked like. So I decided to write to this guy. So, he did say he wanted attractive, intelligent, and I didn't know about that because, I don't want to say I'm not too smart, especially in physics and stuff like he is. And attractive, that's to each his own. So anyway, I wrote the letter, and here, I'm opening the letter like for first time in years. Here's the letter I wrote to him. All right, I'm reading it because I'm liking reading it again. All right, here's what I did. I cut out his ad in the paper, in the magazine, and then I drew lines and wrote about each one. I don't know if I want to read it. I put, my name is Angela White, and my phone number and address, and where he put intelligent. Oh no, this is the arrow, where he put attractive. I said, I try to be attractive. People are surprised at my age. And then he put intelligent. And I said, I read a lot and try to learn something new daily. And then he put LDS. Yes, I am LDS and female too. I've been one all my life and have always been active. As far as sensual, you'd have to be the judge of that. And then he wanted 40. I just turned 40, but that's good because my children are starting to leave home now. I get to subtract instead of add, more children. Anyway, so then I said other stuff too. So, here it all is. So, then, one day, I kind of forgot about the letter. And my son, Trevor, comes running in. Mom, you're going to be so happy. I said, what? I got money in the mail? And he said, no, you got a letter from that Wyoming Rancher guy. Oh, I did. Anyway, so we all sat down to read it. And here it is. I'm not going to read it. It's pretty long. I'm sure he's just telling about his life in Wyoming and everything. Well, anyway, we commuted with letters back and forth for a while, a month or so. And then he was building a house at the time. He had to finish building the house, and then he was going to come out and see me. And so he did. Here he is. We're at the beach in Brookings. And the problem is, the only person to take our picture was my little girl that was 7 years old. She wouldn't wait till I was ready. My hair, I was flipping it back, and she snapped before. But you never know what picture you're going to get back then, right? Because you had to wait to get developed. And so anyway, we just hit it off. And, before he came, I was worried that, oh, what if I don't like him? What if I don't want him to touch me? And, there has to be chemistry. But then, after he was there a while, I said to my sister, what if he doesn't like me? Because I was really liking him. So we were getting off good, and we knew things were going to be good. But I wasn't that stupid, because I watched Dr. Phil a lot. And I knew, and Jerry Springer. So I wasn't going to commit to anything until I went to see his house and what his life was like. And so I came out to Wyoming. Here's a picture I took of him riding his horse. He didn't lie about that. He really did have a ranch. I didn't realize how much a horse was and cows were worth. Like a cow was worth $500. People buy dogs for $2,500. You could buy a cow. Anyway, so when I got out here, and I brought my 4 children that were still at home, and everything I found out was true, but it was so funny because everybody we went to meet, said good things about him. And so, Jamie, we got to settle up with that. Hey, that I owe you money for that. Hey, and another person, we went to church together, and I met all his people. And so we knew pretty much that we were going to get married. And we continued to write and stuff. But anyway, we decided on a wedding date, June 10th. And so here we are. We had a wedding at the church. And we were going to have it outside, but the weather turned bad, so we had to go into the church. And here my 6 kids on the one side of me. And he has 4 kids, but only 2 were at home, Todd and Clint. And so, there's our wedding picture. I didn't want a big old fancy wedding dress because it was my 2nd marriage. No, I lied. It was my 3rd marriage. I'm not really that kind of woman. It just happened. Don't judge me. Okay, so we got married from a personal ad. And we've been married since 1995. And we've had ups and downs. We've had kids, problems with our children, problems with grandchildren. We've had kids live with us. We sold that ranch and moved into town, and then we sold that house and built out here. And we've had, through all of it all, we always went to church. We went to our temple. We did everything. Eventually, we went and got married in the Mormon temple in Portland, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint Temple in Portland, and we're sealed together. We believe that with the right ordinances and authority, you can be sealed together for eternity, and Jamie and I plan on living together for eternity. I used to tell him, this life is not long enough to live with you. I want to live with you for eternity. And so that's what happened, and now we have 36 grandkids, 1 great-grandchild, and I will never regret. I know Heavenly Father guided us and led us together because that was like 2,000 miles apart. And how did we find each other? And it was a miracle. Not really, because I know Heavenly Father directed us to come together because we were both praying for somebody good. And so we found it.